It's only gone and been delivered today, hasn't it? So here it is, straight out the box. I just want to cut to the chase pretty much and get to the flights, but I just thought I'd show you sort of a post unboxing just to show you what's in there roughly. I'm not going to go through the bag of everything, but just to highlight, obviously there's awesome sturdy GEPRC Darkstar 22. Very well presented in that box as well. There's one of my batteries, 3S 720 milliamp. The other one's on charge. Only got 2 at the moment, so I'm gonna have to sort that out. And very happy they did include the ND8 that they make, so hopefully that's not too difficult to clip on and off. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any NDs right now, so I'm gonna have to sort that out. Might be looking at some freeware ones maybe. But yeah, there's the spare prop guard, spare grey canopy, a few other bits and bobs, bags of goodies, spare props. Might be some stickers in there somewhere, I don't know as well. Now this is a very powerful little Cinewhoop. It's got 2.2-inch props and a very well thought out design. Now traditionally, Cinewhoops might not be known as the most powerful type of drone, but this thing hits the sweet spot in the middle because it's got 1104 7500 kV motors and it's also 3S. If we go back to the design here, you've got these quite heavy duty rubber grommet type things, gummy type things around the edge. There's 5 of them in total, 2 at the front, 2 in the middle and 1 at the back. And the entire of the canopy is soft mounted, which is brilliant for very stable, non-shaky camera footage, and it really does a great job of that. Obviously, if you crash quite heavy, some of these might pop out. You do get a couple of spare ones in the pack because GEPRC have included a lot of spares in the pack. They seem to be really good at doing that, so they really do think about their customer. The tuning on this out of the box is pretty damn good, so I'll see if I end up tweaking that over time, but that's a bonus. I did go into beta flight simply just to change some OSD stuff around and also to move some of the switches around on the DJI FPV Controller 3 that I'm currently still using. From the top, you can see here most of this design is an injection molded plastic, which seems very strong. Obviously, you get the spare prop guards and canopy and stuff in the box as well. And then on the back, you've got carbon fiber sandwich shaped looking frame, which is also very strong. I think it's like 2.5 mil. This camera design at the front of the canopy is like this bumper protector thing, which is really good because if you use an Allen key to loosen it at the sides, you can also adjust the camera angle with that as well. I've mostly had it at full tilt pretty much because every damn time I've tested it so far since I got it nearly a week ago, it's been really windy. That's onto another subject. It handles wind exceptionally well for its size, probably because the motors are quite powerful and it's 3S as well, but it really does manage it quite well. I've thrown it around a fair bit so far. It doesn't come with a GPS installed, but you do have the space. They've actually provided the space to install a mini one there if you wish, but it is right above the air unit, so as everyone's saying, you're probably going to get some interference from the air unit, but it probably could be usable enough for return to home if needed, so maybe I'll install one of those in the future. The 2.2-inch tri-blade props are really not that noisy at all. Once it's gone like 20-25 meters away, you can barely even hear it. The built-in flight controller is a Taker F405, and as I've already mentioned, it comes pre-installed if you want it with the DJI O4 Air Unit Pro. And I don't need to talk about how good the camera is on that because it's been pretty much the reason why a lot of FPV pilots haven't necessarily needed to attach a separate action camera to their FPV drones for the last year or so. Now, I did mention that this comes with an ND8 filter, free ND filter from GEPRC, which it does, but I've stumbled into a problem which you could say is my only tiny grumble in this whole review. And to be honest, I don't think it's a GEPRC problem. I think it might be an issue to do with the air unit, because I'm going to give someone credit here. Melon FPV made me aware of this. He's got a Vapor D5 too, slightly jealous of that, and he tried to fit the filter on that. He had the same problem as me with the Darkstar, and it would go on that just fine, which suggests it's not a GEPRC filter problem. So we're going to have to look into that further. I'm going to try and get my hands on some freeware ones if I can at some point, but I haven't got them yet. So a lot of the footage in this video, well, all of it is shot without an ND filter. Sucks a bit, but it had to be done. The recommended batteries are these 3S. These are the GEPRC Storm batteries, 720 milliamps, but I only got 2 of them. They're actually only allowed to ship 2 of them internationally, at least to the UK, in one parcel. So that wasn't enough. So I've also picked up from the UK, from Hobby RC, these GMB batteries of exactly the same spec. As you can probably tell, I'm absolutely buzzing with this drone. So let's cut to the flights. All right guys, so here it is, the first test finally of the GEPRC Darkstar 22. Had to wait a couple of days because the weather's been appalling, and it still is now. I don't want to crash it in wet grass or anything, so I might be a little bit tame on this one. But yeah, let's see. Let's double check if everything's cool. Very much looking forward to this. Wow. So yeah, quite a tame first flight. Don't want to have to go and get it from wet grass, don't want to destroy it, but just getting a feel for it. So the only things I've changed in Betaflight on this, a couple of things on the OSD, which is obviously quite a personal thing anyway, so I might end up changing that should I feel the need to. And I've switched around the arm switch on the RC and the mode switch as well. It's so responsive, and the wind started picking back up again. This is why I took this opportunity now, because by the time we get to this afternoon, we're going to have the same problems we had the last couple of days, which was horrendous wind. So better that I do this now, but it's handling it like a champ. I mean, it's a bit of a work of art, really, isn't it? Okay, so next location. And I do have a stick cam this time. Funny story, I did actually have one on the maiden flight, on the first flight. However, I realised when I was sat down, might be because I was nervous flying a new quad, but I was all hunched over and it's basically pressed up to the camera, almost completely out of focus. So I'm stood up this time. Hopefully that won't happen. Just a quick note to say, in the middle of all of this, as you can probably tell, I'm really enjoying flying this drone. I was going to talk through all of the flights originally, and I've ended up not doing so because I'm just enjoying it so much, and I'm wanting to concentrate, I'm wanting to sort of push myself a little bit. Obviously that's going to improve over time because I now have a drone which is capable of quite a lot of freestyle. I mean, some of the stuff I've seen people do with this, it's just inspiring. So yeah, I'm going to get on that as well. Hope you're enjoying this anyway. Let's sit back and enjoy another one. So now for my conclusion. I think you can already tell what it's going to be. It's bloody awesome. It flies just great. It captures great footage. I would go as far as to say as it's my favourite drone right now. And I do like the fact that it enables me to get better at the freestyle kind of stuff, because I can do flips and rolls, things like that, you know, split S's and stuff, but I'd quite like to learn some more. But I had to prioritise getting a cine whoop over a freestyle drone because it's far more useful for work for me at the moment when I have FPV shoots. So it's very, very nice of GEPRC to actually design one that can do both Thank you once again to every single one of you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you've got any suggestions on topics to talk about this drone, any questions or anything like that, just whack them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you've not already smashed that like button, that'd be really appreciated. If you can subscribe, that'd also be great if you've not already, and I'll bring some more content to you ASAP. I'm going to enjoy flying the crap out of this, to be quite honest with you. So, right, good to catch up with you all again. Take care.